Yo, man, what's good with y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Wrestling Geek with another video for y'all today, man. Back, better, stronger than ever. Same old stuff I tell y'all every time, but I'm always taking a break. But in today's video, we're gonna be pretty much rating the women based off how they were performing this year, how they were booked this year, pretty much how strong they look this year and how good they look this year. So that's pretty much the video. But it's only main roster women wrestlers, so we're not doing NXT and all the other stuff. So we're just gonna start off with this list here. I'm not gonna put the list on the screen because that's just too much extra. I don't want to have y'all looking at two different things. But we're gonna start off with Alexa Bliss because I'm kind of going in alphabetical order. And then Alexa Bliss, she hasn't been on TV much this year, as far as I know. I don't think she's been on TV at all this year. As far as I remember, I don't think she's been on all. So based off that, I'm just gonna give her not available because I can't base about who hasn't been on TV as much this year. Next up, we got Asuka. Asuka, I don't know if she's been on TV as much as I think. I can't remember. Last time I remember seeing Asuka was when Kairi Sane came back. Was that last year? So I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember Asuka either. So I'm gonna give her also an A, but if she's been on the roster, I'm gonna give her like a C- because they haven't booked it properly, as properly she should have been. Sorry. But yeah. If you guys ain't noticed, I'm using my headphones today. AirPods dead. So next up on the list we got B-Fab. I mean, y'all know who B-Fab is. She doesn't do much in ring. She's not really more so in ring. So I can't really judge her 2024 off of that because she hasn't done much in the ring. She's more so a manager side. And if we're gonna go off that, I'm still gonna give her like a C, only because I feel like there's so much more she can bring to the table as a manager. She can be such like a Paul Heyman or AJ Lee type of manager. And I don't see them pushing that group, Montez Ford or the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley, properly anyway. I've been saying for the longest Montez Ford needs to go singles career and push forward from there. But B-Fab so far, I'm just gonna give her a C, honestly. Just mid. Nothing there. Next up, we got Bayley. Bayley's been booked pretty darn good at the beginning of the year, and then kind of like right now to a SummerSlam. SummerSlam is over, by the way. Video coming for that soon. Yeah, she's just been booked pretty poorly after her championship win. I don't think it's been booked that well. Her and Nia Jax had a nice solid little feud. Nia Jax won at SummerSlam, if you guys watched it. Bayley's kind of hard, man, because she's had a solid year, but she's also had she's kind of middle of the pack. I'm gonna give her a B- because I feel like the booking could be so much better for Bayley because we're talking about a Grand Slam champion. We're talking about one of the best to ever do it. So I feel like a B-. I'm gonna go B because I love Bayley and I think she's really good in the ring. So I'm gonna give her a B just off booking and how I think she's been this year. So it's 2 and 2 and 4 overall. So far, I'm gonna do this list again at the end of the year for men and women too. So, but right now, August 2024, she's like a B. Becky Lynch, I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember last time Becky Lynch was on TV. I know she's been booked this year. This is another one I'm a little confused on because I don't really remember Becky Lynch being on TV too much as of lately. I know she had left. When did she leave? What pay-per-view was her last match? I cannot remember. I'm gonna look that up right quick. So for what I'm saying, I think it says Becky Lynch's last match was this year versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 40. Oh, duh, yes, it was her last match as far as I can remember. Duh, I'm tripping. I completely busted and forgot about that one. Yeah, Rhea Ripley versus Becky, WrestleMania. That was a solid match, by the way. Rhea won, obviously, because she's real. But okay, so if I'm basing off of what I've seen so far, I'm gonna also give Becky like a B. She's Becky Lynch. I mean, she could obviously be World Heavyweight Champion anytime or Women's Champion anytime. So yeah, Becky's been booked pretty solid. So here's my favorite women's wrestler in all WWE right now. It's Bianca Belair. She, in my opinion, hasn't been booked properly this year. I feel like she's kind of just been stuck in the middle of the pack ever since she dropped the title last year. I feel like she could be used for so much more than what she's doing. Now, granted, you don't always have to be at the top, and that's completely understandable. I love the fact that the stars are not always up there at the top. I feel like it should always be a balance in between, but never drop down to tag team. I think they put her in the tag team with Jade Cargill only, in my opinion, to get Jade Cargill like foot in the door and she can really move forward. But outside of that, I don't really see the purpose of the tag team. I mean, Booker, make Jay look strong and all the good stuff. And eventually, I'm assuming the feud between the two is going to hit. So hopefully Bianca turns heel in that feud. But Bianca so far, just based off what I've seen in 2024, she hasn't been booked strongly. She's been booked strong, but not too well. I'm going to give her a B-. As much as I love Bianca, I don't think she's been booked properly this year. And it's kind of showing. It's hurting her. It's showing. And yeah, man, it could be so much better than what she's dealing with right now. But Bianca's Bianca. You can legit throw her right back in the title scene and nothing changes. Or this is where, in my opinion, a mid-card women's title, Intercontinental title, or U.S. women's title, would benefit them so much because somebody like Bianca can put prestige to that title off rip. Off rip. You can give it to Bianca and off rip, she would bring prestige to that title. So mid-card titles hopefully coming soon. But yeah, Bianca, I'm gonna give her just a B minus. Just poor booking this year. It's not really the best because she's been in the tag team with Jadis most of the year. Candice LeRae, I'm just gonna keep it a bean. F. They booked her poorly. She hasn't really been on TV as far as I remember. I think she's in the tag team with Indy Hartwell, and then when I get to her, it's probably gonna be the same grade. But Candice LeRae has just been she's getting F booking. I'm sorry. Carmella does not count much because she hasn't been on TV. I don't think she's been on TV this entire year, so we're gonna skip her. She's getting an NA, not available. Charlotte Flair, same thing. Charlotte's been hurt for a while. Either she's hurt and she's really hurt and can't come back, or she's been healthy and she just ain't came back. I'm also gonna give her a not available as well. I don't think Charlotte's been on TV this whole year. Maybe early in the year, but we all know when Charlotte's there, she's a top tier. Just booking sometimes can be everywhere. Triple H in control now. Probably better booking going forward. But yeah, I'm gonna give Charlotte not available as well as Candice LeRae. I mean, as well as Carmella because Charlotte's been hurt. Now, one of my favorites coming into this year, she's really grown on me throughout this year, Chelsea Green, man. Put some respect on Chelsea Green's name, dog. Chelsea Green has been putting in the hours, the countless amount of hours at work for WWE. She has become a staple, in my opinion, just to wrestling in general. She's great at what she does. She's fun to watch. She's charismatic. Her character is a butthole. I love it. She's like this dolled up. She thinks she's like living in this reality fantasy world, and I love that character for her because it fits her so well. She was in the tag team with Sonya Deville, I believe, this year, or was that last year? I know she was in Piper Niven at one point, so it's kind of everywhere. But her singles run, where I really started liking her the most was around Money in the Bank, but a little bit before that too. But Money in the Bank kind of really sold me in. Her being scared to climb the ladder and all that good stuff. But Chelsea Green's been putting in work this year, and I think if they bring in mid-card titles, I think she should be one of the first people to get a chance to get it because she's been putting in work, man, and I think she deserves it. So Chelsea Green, in my opinion, her booking so far this year, I'm gonna be honest, it's really been an A for me, at least lately. So it might be a little biased, but it's around this time now, she's been getting booked pretty solid. So I'm gonna give her A. I love Chelsea Green now. Okay, another one of my favorites, Dakota Kai. She's highly underutilized. She doesn't get properly booked. She's in Damage Control still, which is fine. They just turned babyface, going against Sonya Deville. What's the other two names? I forgot already. That's bad. Shayna Baszler and I forgot her name. I get to it eventually when she hit the list. But yeah, Damage Control hasn't been booked that strongly. But yeah, Dakota, I'm going to give her just a D because she hasn't been booked strong. I mean, she hasn't been booked at all, honestly. So going off that, I'm just going to be honest with you. Yeah, no, she's a D. And I love Dakota. I think they could book her so much better. But she's kind of stuck in this Damage Control tag team that she can't go nowhere. I think she will also be somebody who will benefit off a mid-card tag team for women. I mean, a mid-card championship for women as well. So we'll see how that goes. Next up, Indy Hartwell. Same thing I said about her partner earlier, Candice LeRae, F. They're not booking her properly at all. I don't know how good she is because I never really got to watch NXT until I started watching now. So she might be talented, super talented for all we know, and she just doesn't get a proper chance. So I'm going to give her an F. Ala Dunn. I think she's really talented. I think her and Alba Fire are both talented. I'm going to give them a C. So I'm going to make them a package deal because they're a tag team. So they're both together getting a C. I can see them being more than a tag team. I have to see it for myself. I'm big on booking. Booking matters in my opinion. It should matter for every wrestling fan because booking determines where your favorite superstar is going to be and if they become your favorite superstar or not. So I think Ala Dunn and Alba Fire can really be booked better than what they are. Tag team is great. There are a tag team. We need tag teams for those disgusting, terrible titles, but we need them. But yeah, I'm gonna give her a C. They're a package deal. Ivy now, I'm gonna be honest. I'll give her a F. She hasn't really been booked at all, if any. I mean, she's the Creed brothers manager, I guess you want to say. I think she could be so much better than what she is. She has the look. She has the body. She has the physique. She has everything that you need to be a dominant heel in WWE. Just no character. So I'm gonna give her an F, just respectfully. Next up, Io Sky, my favorite one in Damage Control. She's an A. She's been booked phenomenal this year. Her feud with Bayley, kicking her out Damage Control, and feuding at WrestleMania and all that good stuff. It's been great. So we're just gonna have to see how they continue to book her. But I think Io has been booked phenomenal this year. I'm gonna give her A, easily A. Up and downs throughout the time, yeah. With this little, in my opinion, awful feud with Sonya Deville and Shayna Baszler and I always forget her name, but the other one. But yeah, just whatever. But EO's A for me. Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill has been booked like a beast since day one. I think it's overly beastly, if that makes sense. I know it sounds stupid, but I don't think Jade has been booked perfectly this year. I'm gonna also give her a B minus. She could be obviously booked better. I think once she gets that single run going, get away from Bianca, and vice versa for Bianca, they get away from each other, start that feud. I think they'll probably be booked better. I would assume she would go over. I personally don't know. I don't really make a difference to me. I think Bianca doesn't have to go over to be a superstar. She's already like solidified. So when we get to that point, we'll talk about that. But until then, no. But yeah, Jade, I'm gonna give Jade a B. I'll give her a B minus. Kairi Sane, another one. Underbooked, underappreciated. She's so good at what she does. She's been booked like an F. I'm gonna give her F just off her booking. She hasn't had the best 2024. I mean, let's be real. She hasn't had the best 2024, and I think she could be utilized so much better than what she is in Damage Control. And she doesn't need tag team titles anymore. She needs a singles run. This is where another person that will come in clutch for the women's, soon to become, I'm hoping, but a women's mid-card title would be so handy. U.S. women's title for Raw. It's right there, or SmackDown, whichever one, don't make a difference. But yeah, she's gonna get an F. Katrina Chance and Kaden Carter, they're booked. They're like a double package together, like Aladon. Aladon and Apple Fire, they're pretty much like a package deal here. They're gonna get a D. Just being real. I'm gonna skip them. There's not much to talk about here. So yeah. So let's keep going. So next person on my list, Liv Morgan, man. Listen to me. Liv Morgan, after winning that championship, before she won the championship, she's been booked perfectly. Ever since she injured Rhea a couple months ago, Rhea's back obviously, but she injured Rhea a couple months ago. Liv has been booked how she should have been booked from the jump. First she was this psychopath with Ronda Rousey, and now she's full on crazy. I mean, she's love struck with Dom. I love this whole storyline they got going here. Now you got Rhea and Damian Priest on their own going against the New Judgment Day. Pretty much just took Rhea and Damian out and put Liv. He didn't lose nobody, he lost 2 in the game 1, so I don't know. But Liv's getting an A+. I don't know if I just muted out or not, but Liv, this run she's on right now is probably on the run of a lifetime for her. I don't see in any world that she can get any better than what she's at now. She might, but Liv right now is on a run of a lifetime for herself, and I don't see her ever outdoing what she's doing now. It's my opinion. So Liv's gonna get A+. She's the first A+ for me. Just being honest. Everybody might say different, but I think Liv Morgan deserves A+. I always struggle to pronounce her name. Laura Viking. I struggle to pronounce her name so bad. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The Raven girl. She's a Raven. She's been booked pretty solid. I think she would benefit from mid-card title as well. I'm going to give her a C, just because she can be so much more. I think she's hella talented, and I think she's ready for the main roster. She just needs more booking time. Maxine Dupree. At first, she was just a manager, and she technically is more so of a manager. I don't see her in-ring ability quite often because she's limited in the ring. So I think I'm going to give Maxine a solid C+. I think she's been booked pretty well as a manager. I'm really going to give her a B because of the way she's been booked in this whole Chad Gable thing with the Academy and Otis and Tozawa. So I'm going to give her a B. I think Maxine has been done pretty well for herself this year. She stayed consistently on the roster, so I think that helps her a lot. So I'm going to give her a B. Michin, listen, man, Michin's been done so dirty this year. It's not even funny. She's been booked like a D. I'm going to give her a D out of respect because I know she's really good, but I'm going to give her a D. She's been booked so piss poorly. She's lost to Jaden Park on NXT. She lost her feud on Raw, I believe, and SmackDown, I think. She lost all her feuds. She's just getting put over. She's putting everybody over at this point. So, yeah, Michin is getting a D. I'm sorry. I like Michin. I think she's really good. She's especially growing on me with her NXT run recently. Naomi, I think Naomi's been booked pretty darn well since she's been back. So, you know, you just have to kind of boom, take it as is, what she is with that one. I think she's been booked pretty well. So I'm going to give Naomi a B. Natalia, I mean, she's kind of like a backstage role at this point. So out of respect, I'll give her a C-. Just out of respect. Nia Jax. Nia Jax has been booked like the beast that she is. She just won the women's championship from Bayley. Well deserved. She's been. First of all, let me rephrase it. I owe Nia Jax an apology. I bashed her so much in the recent years for being a sloppy worker, a bad worker, not a hard worker, just off in the ring, off on the mic. I bash her so much for that. And I apologize. I'm apologizing looking dead in the face in this camera. Nia Jax, I apologize to you. I owe you this apology. I'm going to give you this apology because I owe you this apology. I am so sorry for bashing you and disrespecting you all these years. You proved to me that you deserve to be women's champion and you were good at what you do. So thank you for the improvements and consistently growing. But Nia Jax is going to get an A from me. I think she deserves it. You might see it different. Don't care. Nia Jax gets an A. Nikki Cross, F. Next, we're keeping it pushing because she's been booked goofy. Piper Nivens, F. Keep pushing. Raquel Rodriguez has been injured, so you really can't book her. So NA, not available. Now we're getting out to nitty gritty. Rhea Ripley, A+. Let's just keep it a bean. She's the second A+ on this list. She's Rhea freaking Ripley. She didn't have this title defenses wise. It wasn't the strongest, but her character development and character in general is what kept her hidden. And she's like a hidden gem that you know is a hidden gem. So you try to get that hidden gem, but she's the hidden gem, if that makes sense. Rhea Ripley's phenomenal. And now that she's not in the judgment anymore, eventually she's going to get her title back. I think it should be at Mania. In my opinion, don't do it any earlier because Rhea and Liv deserve a bigger stage. SummerSlam is great, second big pay-per-view of the year, but Rhea and Liv deserve a WrestleMania match. I'm sorry. And now with Dom in the equation, should be great. But Rhea's an A+, so I don't have to really say much about that. Next on my list, we got Scarlett. Who cares? F. She's just a manager, so skip. Shayna Baszler, same thing. Book like a goofball. You want to give her a D out of respect? Cool. Next. Shotzi, same thing. Haven't seen her on TV in months. I'm going to give her an F just because I haven't seen her. Next. Sonya Deville, she just got back on TV, so I'm going to give her an F only because she said, well, I give her not available because she hasn't been here too long enough, so not available. Tamina's still on the roster. I'm looking at the page right now. F. I didn't know she was even still on the roster. No disrespect to Tamina, but who cares? Next. Tegan Nox. I think Tegan Nox is great, but she's been booked like a goofball, so F. Next. Tiffany Stratton. One of my favorite women on the roster. How can you not like Tiffy time, man? It's that simple. Tiffy time. It's her time. She's Miss Money in the Bank. Her and Nia Jax got this cool little story going on. She's been booked phenomenal this year. Her Australian match she had earlier this year, I believe that was this year. Elimination Chamber. That was this year. WrestleMania, I don't know if she's in WrestleMania. I can't remember. But she's been booked. Since she's got to the main roster, she's been booked excellent since the time she got to the main roster. Tiffany Stratton's amazing. A+. I'm not going to give her A+. That's for Rhea and Liv. So I'll give her an A. She's been booked phenomenally. She's had a great year, and I don't see her. As soon as she wins that championship off of Nia Jax, I don't know when, maybe Bad Blood. We might never know. Who knows with Triple H, but she's been booked so darn good since she's been called up to the main roster, and she has a great fan base, obviously. They're more like a cult fan base, in my opinion. They're kind of scary, but yeah, Tiffany Stratton's been booked like to the moon, and she should because she's great. Valhalla, F. Who cares? That group is trash. And then last, we got two more. Well, Xia Li's technically still on the roster. F. Next, who cares? So now we got two more. Zelina Vega. I think Zelina Vega's been booked pretty damn good this year. I think she deserves like a B+ for her work alone. She's been really good. She's been putting people over. And I think eventually she should be rewarded with a mid-card title when you decide to release one. Zelina Vega is another one who you could throw in that mid-card title mix. She deserves it. She's been putting people over for the longest. Now it's time to put her over and get her a championship around her waist. It's that simple. So Zelina Vega, I'm going to give you a B because I think you're really good. And I think she's great on the mic, first and foremost, because she was originally a manager, and then she transitioned up to the ring. And I also owe her an apology as well, because I said Zelina Vega was bad at one point in the ring. I said what I said. She's improved, and look at her now. B+ rating for booking this year. Zoe Starks, that's who I was trying to pronounce earlier with Sonya Deville and Shayna Baszler. Zoe Starks, you're great. You could be better with the booking. You're solid in ring. That Money in the Bank match you had was great this year, along with Zelina and everybody else that was in it. I'm gonna give her a C- because I think she could be booked so much better than what she already getting booked. But that's WWE. Everybody's not gonna be booked to the moon. Everybody's gonna be booked middle of the pack or lower. Unfortunately, you only got a few superstars in Liv, Rhea, Bianca, Jade, so and so. Everybody's not gonna get that booking privilege. So you take what it is and you take it with a grain of salt. It's WWE, man. And I'm glad to be back on the channel for y'all. It's a longer video than what I normally do. I prefer to keep my videos a little shorter, but it is what it is in this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to your boy, Wrestling Geek. And we are out of here, boy. No, seriously. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, too. I will be putting a link in the description below for this podcast because help us grow, man. Help us hit 100, 4, 3, 4, whatever. Let's get it done. Deuces.